Hello. How's everybody on this fine afternoon? Hopefully well. Yeah, I'm just gonna play some Elden Ring. I don't know how long I'm gonna play. Might not be like super long, but just felt like it. I have not played since last time I streamed it, so it's gonna be something. Well, you know what? That's actually kind of a lie. I did play it a little bit to get it kind of set up, remember everything, see where I was at, make sure that the streaming software was still set up well to record and stuff, which I was having some troubles, so hopefully those will not reoccur. You can see I added some little friends to the OBS setup. And the fact that I got a little OBS plugin that will help kind of make some of the transitions a little bit smoother. You see, like here, I'll go back to starting and then back to here. Pay attention to it. You see that? See that? Smooth. It's pretty sick, right? Very, very little thing, but like, you know, just a little bit of extra production, I guess. I'm getting some drop frames, man. That's not the best thing. I'm not a huge fan of that. Alright. Here, let's get rid of Spotify. And get started on some Elden Ring. Hopefully, once I'm in game, I won't be experiencing so many drops, but I guess we'll see. So I think I should have it at a pretty good audio level. You'll have to, anybody who happens to be in chat, you'll have to let me know how the audio sounds. That way I can adjust up or down. But I think I have it at a pretty good level. But, yeah. Let's begin. Some more Ring. Now, when I was setting up the test for this, or rather when I was testing the streaming software after a while of not having it open for this, I was having some issues with the game stuttering pretty badly, and to my knowledge, I've buffed that out and made some changes that seem to have gotten rid of it for the most part. Every once in a while, there's still a little stutter, but before, I'm talking like it was every couple seconds, like a massive frame drop in the game. So it seems like I mostly got that figured out. So hopefully that doesn't... yeah, see, it was doing that like every couple seconds. Hopefully that doesn't continue happening. I really hope that doesn't continue happening. But anyway, we're just gonna go about our business for now, and if it becomes too much of an issue, I'll figure it out. But what we're gonna do right now, what we're gonna try to do, is deal with this. Volcano Manor request Istvan. Now, if we come back here, I don't know if she's gonna restate the quest or not.
The task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck.
So, we don't quite know why, other than this person must have something to do with the fingers and the Erd tree, or something like that. And Volcano Manor does not like Erd tree fans. They're Erd tree haters over here. So for this quest line, I guess we have to come kill whoever this person is over here. Now, as I said last time, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. However, it's what I'm doing because, you know, just it's presented itself to me, and that's how it is. So I gotta head to the north. I don't know if this guy is gonna just show up like in front of the Coliseum as like a PvP . red sign or something like that, or just an invader kind of thing. Not sure. But I guess we'll see. Guys, will this show up? It does show up. I don't know what has been up with bots on my streams. Has that gotten worse? Have bots on Twitch gotten worse? Because I swear to God, the last several times I've streamed, I've gotten bots in my chat. Also, Guivlo, it's really nice to see you here. You're not a bot. Are you a robot? Do I have to worry about that? Or are you some kind of rogue AI? No, it's good to see you here. Returning face. I'm gonna move the chat. That way it's out of the way of the health and all that stuff. Bots have gotten worse in social media in general. Yeah. I also feel like I need to stop making so many little adjustments to everything all the time. Just a little bit smaller on that, maybe. Alright, what do we got over here? You know where bots are just basically running the show is Tumblr. I swear to God. I'm one of the like 5 people that still uses Tumblr. And man. Invade Old Night Istvan's world. Sure. Yeah. Man, the porn bots there are just, they just run rampant. Oh hey, are you oh my, you're already just coming right for me. Okay. Alright, but hey, whoa. Okay. Alright, let's Alright, come on. I just entered the game. Give me a second to get used to this. Give me a second. Oh my god. That was actually a very cool spell. Okay. I'm gonna like... This isn't even like a difficult enemy. I can't die to this guy. I just missed that. Hey, that's not... Can't do that. Oh man. I did not think that was gonna hit me, to be honest. Oh god. Nice. Moonarch and a remedy. Okay. I see. Some new armor. Let's read this. Wonder if I get any Volcano Manor background from this. Let's see here. What was it called? That was the Scaled Helm. Helm worn by Old Knight Istvan. The corroded metal is forced with rock-hard scales, making it highly effective against non-physical attacks. Istvan is one of the few wizened tarnished who survived this. Really happy how much the setup has evolved. Well, thank you very much. I was saying earlier, since you're here now, you'll have to let me know if the audio sounds too loud or quiet or anything. maybe when I finish, because I'm not planning to do a super long session, maybe when I finish today, I'll kind of do a little tour of my setup. Not my physical setup. I don't want to deal with cameras, but did you, I don't know if you were here when I first started, did you catch the, like, cool little transitions and stuff I've set up?
You've completed your task. I am pleased.
I have.
Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised.
The friends I added are the most important part, yes. Magma
Never
shot.
forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the
That was a,
The way is tainted.
that was a sorcery,
But for
right?
this very reason, it is the true path to valor.
On my first, Callisto NG says on my first Elden Ring playthrough, I picked Wretch because I hate myself. You know what? That's valid. I feel like there's just a certain type of player that's like, no, a Souls game isn't hard enough. I need more. Aren't the deprived classes actually like technically, like statistically the best to pick in some of the Souls games? I feel like that's a thing. I don't know which ones, but I feel like in terms of like levels, I'm pretty sure it's like the most efficient. Like the most, you start at level 1, or no, I don't know, whatever. Samurai best for Elder. It might be Dark Souls 3, where like, the hell did I pick up? What did she give me? Oh, here it is. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is a first, actually. This is a first for this game. I haven't seen any. I mean, previously the closest to pyromancy has been the stuff in the incantations. This seems like it would be an incantation, which is interesting, but it still requires faith. It's like a hybrid. Maybe this is where pyromancy actually becomes a thing in Elden Ring? Like, Volcano Manor could potentially be the place for that path, if that's what you want. That would be cool. One of the sorceries developed from the magma of Mount Gelmir fires a lump of magma that... Man, I'm like burping. Oh my god, it keeps breaking up my speech. Fires a lump of magma that explodes on contact, charging enhances potency. After discovering the ancient hexes of Gelmir, Rykard, Queen Renala brought them back into practical use as a new form of sorcery. Okay, so that makes sense. Gelmir, and this is a volcano, and yeah, okay. So, if I'm going to be getting fire spells and pyromancy type stuff, it probably is going to be mostly from around this area, which makes sense. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use this. Just with all the other stuff I want to be leveling up, I don't know if I'm going to find the space to put 4 levels into Faith, but we'll see. I love games that give it cheap or torturing yourself. Hard challenges are the best in gaming. I actually totally agree. Once I start whatever we're about to start here, if we have something new to start, I'm going to expand on that a little bit.
Now you are a recusant. I am pleased to have you on our side.
Do I have a new mission?
I am pleased.
No?
Now I am pleased.
Okay, what about this?
Now you are I am pleased.
No. No talking to that guy. Is that a guy or is that a statue? I can't remember. I also can't remember if I talked to this little goblin. But I noticed the patch is out here, so...
Joined the manor, huh?
Yeah.
Don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you.
Oh god, are you part of this? Am I on your team now?
Same side.
Oh no.
We'll do good work together.
Would have abandoned this quest line if I knew that Patches was going to be on my team. It's like I'm having the moment where, like, you know the meme? I don't know what movie it's from, but the meme was like, are we the baddies? It's like, if I look around and see, like, who's sitting with me at the table, and I see that Patches is one of them, maybe I should reconsider my decisions.
Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Patches in
Erase
the volcano, especially for you. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor?
Yeah,
I always hated the gibberish about
not quite
space and the
pleasantly surprised either.
I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her
My students are all morons.
she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
Yeah, I don't have to know about your love life either. Sorry. Fan daggers. Oh, that's cool. Margit's shackle. I never even used this. I don't think I even found this until after I beat Margit the first time, right? I don't know. Okay. Most of the same stuff as before. That's fine. Wonder if any of the other denizens of Volcano Manor have anything to say. But yeah, so I was gonna expand on you saying, you know, games that make you kind of torture yourself. I actually completely agree, because in a lot of instances, I can only find a game engaging. I mean, if it has like a super interesting story, that's one thing. Like, I mean, if this game was super easy, I'd probably still be going through it just because the world is so interesting and the soul's kind of level design and all that, but that's besides the point. All other things not considered, if a game isn't like sufficiently challenging, I find it way harder to actually be engaged with it. Like, that's kind of why, I don't know, a lot of like kind of, I don't even know what you would call them, just like regular, like, you know, Ubisoft type Assassin's Creed, just like, oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. Regular, like, action-y whatever games that are kind of just like for fun and nothing else, and they're not really that hard, and that's, you know, you just kind of just go through them at your own pace and whatever.
Have you ever any string something? Oh, it just isn't.
You've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like
And all.
recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add
Okay.
some to your repertoire?
Sounds like he's introducing me to like an anime battle system. What is this one? Skill that makes the user's presence. Masks the user's presence at the cost of a self-inflicted wound. Ooh, that's a very interesting Ash.
You've come to understand now, eh?
Not particularly.
Make it its own. The
I can pretend I do,
recusant
though.
his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging.
The image of
Recusants must become the most wretched of
Papuko.
predators.
like,
All you can do is laugh.
now I understand everything. Arrow pointing to her. Doesn't get it at all.
Well, until we meet again.
It's worth because of the rewards. Splatoon 2's DLC had a hellish boss battle that gave you an accessory if you win. That's true too. Yeah, so I'm not even as interested on that level. It's like all intrinsic for me, or at least mostly intrinsic. Sometimes the like actual in-game rewards will get me, but like for the most part, it's an inside thing. Be found in Limgrave. Okay, so I do have a next target. Riley, I guess I'd say that. Riley Idol. He can be found in Altus Plateau. Altus Plateau. That's nearby, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. Those kind of games that I was talking, just the regular like Assassin's Creed type. Not even specifically to call out Assassin's Creed, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The ones that are just kind of like, you can kind of just play pretty casually and win. I just get really bored. It doesn't matter if I'm doing the coolest looking things in existence. I don't want to feel like I'm doing cool things. I just want to actually do the cool things, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want a game to like show me a bunch of fancy animations that make me feel like I'm super powerful. I just like, I want that power. I want to gain that power and those skills of my own accord. Which I think kind of, how the hell do I get down there? Which I think kind of explains why I have such an affinity for fighting games, to be honest. Because that is like the ultimate in like, if you do not practice and if you are not interested in like meeting the game on its own terms and really sort of studying yourself as a player and learning how you can get better, you're just not going to. Like, you can button mash and have some fun in like an arcade mode, but like to actually play on any kind of competitive level, you have to be like engaged fully with it and like try to understand it. And those are the kind of games that I always end up liking the most. So many AAA story games coming. Yeah. And I don't necessarily hate that. I am having a rough time finding this thing. I don't necessarily hate that that's the case. I like that there are games for many different types of people. That's just not the type of person that I am. I just don't really... Some people want their hand out because some people are like, I don't care about like being skilled at this game. I just want to like watch the cutscenes and explore the world and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that's cool. Games exist for that. Those games aren't for me. It's not entirely true. Sometimes they are. Sometimes a nice non-challenging game is actually pretty entertaining. Oh, there it is. God, could not find that thing. Alright, so this one is Riley the Idol. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of the sort of exploratory games that I really enjoy. RPG Maker horror type shit. Like, I mean, hell, one of my favorite games. You know what? I would go as far as to say one of my favorite games. Wow, you're fast. One of my favorite games of all time is Yume Nikki. Ever since I played that game, like, it has never since then left my mind. Oh, I didn't realize I used something. No, come on, come on. Mist. Stand in the mist. There you go. And Yume Nikki is a kind of game where, like, you don't... there's no challenge. You literally just walk around. And that's an extremely engaging game to me. Just because it has an interesting world. we both lunged at each other at the same time. But you know what I mean? So it's not like a black and white thing. Just generally speaking, I prefer games with more challenge. Edith Finch I've heard a lot about. I'd like to get to that game. At some point. It's not high on my priority list. It's kind of one of those that's in the background. If I ever get there, I get there, but... how do you... Dude, this game needs, like... this game needs one of those, like... Google Translate audio buttons next to every single item it gives you, so that when you pick something up, you can play it, and it's just... Creepus is violent. Jesus. I screwed the bit up. Bit ruined. Creepus. Is your name Creepus? Is that really? Small mysterious bottle with a dark mist seal. Eliminates all sound made by the wearer during movement. Ooh, that sounds like a PvP item. A ritual implement used by Round Table Hold assassins. There was a time when Tarnished, who had strayed from guidance, feared nothing more than utter silence. This sounds entirely like a PvP item. Unless enemies can actually hear you. But I don't think they can. I don't think that's a mechanic in this game. I could be wrong, though. Callisto, you mostly play horror. Dead Space is your number one. Dead Space is one that is a bit higher on my priority list. I actually really would like to get to playing Dead Space at some point. I still never have. Dead Space and Dead Space 2. I've heard mixed things about Dead Space 3. I would have to see how I'm feeling about that. But those first two, I've heard good things about. That I really would like to get to them at some point. I'm like a massive horror fan. Typically I watch a lot more horror movies than I play horror games, but anything horror is like right up my alley.
Here is your usual reward. Please, take it.
Serpent Bonied.
Perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler of this manor.
Patches.
The Erd tree blessed the Tarnished with grace.
Rykard's one of those dudes I have to kill, isn't it?
In the face of the enormity of their task, the Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant, has refused to scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. The Lord's visits with our champions are always a spectacle.
This definitely feels like it will lead to an alternate ending. This seems like a really big questline. Okay, so what's my next, like, step here, then? Let's look at that weapon real quick. Just to see its lore. Sinister katana modeled after a serpent bone. The densely packed row of spines that jut away from the cutting edge are coated in lethal poison. Oh my god, it's a poison. Oh, it's a poison katana. Oh, I want to use this so bad. I'm actually, like I said, I don't have enough dex for this. That just sounds really cool. Poison katana just sounds really cool. I don't understand what my next step is here. Was I missing something? What heroic path am I following? I have heard that about Dead Space 3 being more action-oriented. And also, yeah, of course, the microtransactions and stuff. At this point, like, I feel like that was one of the first ones where people got really mad at EA. But since then, like, they've just gone full on, like, capitalist nightmare. Like, and I don't think there's anybody in this world who, like, trusts EA with anything. Action and horror are not your things, Goose. I think, it depends. Most of the time, no. For example, like, I haven't played any of the Resident Evil games. I would really like to. But basically all of them seem interesting, and all of them are games that I want to play besides Resident Evil 5 and 6, just because they tip that scale a little bit too far on the action side of action and horror. I'm getting letters from everybody.
To hunt some of the first tarnished who sat at the round table hold. If you should accept, I'll next see you on the field of battle.
Ah, it's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry, but would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there? Perhaps I am a fool after all.
You okay, buddy?
What an easy mark
Uh-oh. Someone needs to keep an eye on this guy. I got 2 letters to look at. I wish there was just like, this is a really specific nitpick and like, yeah, insanely specific, but I kind of wish there was like a button for just like, look at the recent stuff you've picked, like look at the last 5 things you've picked up in just like their own little space. That way you don't have to scroll through your inventory to find them. Like just here are your recent items in order that you picked them up. A written request from Volcano Manor disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted. As the final request. Oh, that didn't take very long. Just 3. The letter is vivid red. Juno Hoslow, Knight of Blood. Homestuck. I'm so sorry. I've been reading that recently and I have such brain rot. That's the first thing I thought of when I just read that phrase. He can be found in the mountaintops of the Giants. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. And the letter to Bernal. This one. I'm sorry, Gooey Flo, I'm sorry. I'm just getting into the phase in 2024. It's a problem. It's bad. I'm 5,000 pages in. I'm like Dave Strider in like a month. It's bad. Letters Bernal says a written from Volcano Manor addressed to Bernal disclosing the names of 2 Tarnished to be hunted. Vargrim, the Raging Wolf, Errant, Sorcerer Wilhelm. Both men can be found in the royal capital of Leyndell. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. Oh. Leyndell is interesting because... Whoa. That's far away. That's kind of far up there, huh? Alright. Wait, that's only 2 of them. So here is Vargrim, and here is Juno. But there were other ones. Juno, Vargrim, and Wilhelm. So I'm assuming Wilhelm is just going to be with Vargrim? What's interesting is I was avoiding going to Leyndell because I assumed like, oh, this is clearly like anything beyond this wall is going to be like the next phase of the game. Is kind of what I assumed. Like I would finish up everything in Altus Plateau here and like over in this little area, and then I would go to Leyndell and this would be like the whole thing. But it seems like it's kind of just like they bleed into each other a bit. So that's interesting. I guess we're visiting Leyndell today. And then this, I don't even know how I'm expected to get there. That's crazy. I don't even... I thought there was going to be like this much more map. You know what I mean? Like I thought like, oh, the capital. It's definitely like almost endgame. Is this all map? That can't be right. That can't be right. Is this game even bigger than I thought it was? Oh, kill me. Oh my god. Alright. By the way, guys, how bad is the frame dropping? Because it's clearly happening. I'm seeing frames being dropped on OBS, and I'm feeling the stuttering in the game. Is it like especially bad? You saw your dog do a Tom and Jerry run. It's good. The feet that leave the ground in the air, like the fucking sound effects. Pets are so funny. I guess we're gonna approach Leyndell. Is this we're already doing this? I guess we're doing this. I guess we're gonna go see what's in Leyndell. This is kind of my new philosophy with this game. At first, I was like, okay, let's use it. Oh my god. Alright, I see how it is. I understand. Yeah, pretty much up until like a couple streams ago, I was very adamant about kind of approaching this game in a very sort of like regimented, I don't know what you would even call it, like a very structured, get everything in one location before I move on to the next kind of manner. You have 2 cats that are brothers. They're always fighting. Ugh. How old are your cats? Y'all ain't shit. Also, I was just gonna say that in these last couple streams, I very much, because dude, this game is taking me so much longer than anybody else on the planet. Like, everybody has finished this game by now, you know? It's ridiculous that I'm still only this far in. Oh my god. So I've taken to a much looser approach of going through this game. I no longer really have a desire, at least on stream, to scrape the areas from side to side and make sure that I'm getting every single little thing. I'm gonna focus on the big stuff. I'm going to obviously do all of the main content. But ultimately, I'm gonna play the game in the way in which I feel like it's kind of meant to be played. Just letting the wind guide you in a way, you know, just kind of going with the flow. And like, when something looks interesting or when something seems like it could lead to more, just kind of follow that trail and go wherever it takes you. But like, otherwise not trying to approach it so systematically and completionist. And that's not to say that I won't be doing that content necessarily, just that it probably be on stream. Okay, that did not goes. Ow. That did not go as far as I thought it would. Oh, you are kind of beefy. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I have 4 magic knights chasing after me right now. How did that miss? How did that miss? I'm looking at your messages in a second, by the way. I'm just a little preoccupied. Okay. One's 4, the other's 2. I'm sure they'll settle down once they're older. I feel like that's still the age where they're like super energetic and playful and stuff most of the time. Where am I going? That's Greatsword. Greatsword bestowed upon skilled swordsmen in the demigod service. No rank or title. Featuring a long grip, enabling dual-handed use. It's designed to dispatch larger foes. Being charged with such a duty was undoubtedly a great honor. You know, I will say, I got just like a little modification that range battle, that's not promising. Got a little modification from the Elden Ring Nexus that... Cool. You can't fit in here, right? You're too fat. Yeah. Good. Is basically a little like veg edit thing that is just supposed to like increase the CPU priority. There's two of you. Why are there multiple enemy? Just supposed to. That's a tree sentinel. It's supposed to heighten the CPU priority. And that's supposed to boost the performance, but it's entirely possible. Okay. It's entirely possible that by doing that, I also kind of stole some of those resources from OBS, and that. What am I doing? I just drank the wrong thing. Whatever, it's fine. Maybe it's kind of just messing certain things up, the balance of resources and such, and leading to the stuttering, but I don't know if that's realistic or not. That could be not at all the problem. That does a ton of damage. Wow, Tree Sentinel is certainly didn't seem as bad as the first time I fought him at the beginning of the game, huh? Elden Ring is meant to be played at your own pace. That is absolutely how I'm... that's one of the things I love about it. It has the same energy as Breath of the Wild, where it just feels very like, yeah, meant to be explored as if you're exploring an actual giant world, which is really cool. They just crafted the world so well to lead to that kind of like self-exploration, or like self-led exploration, I guess. It's great. Got a cool guy, huh? I'm probably gonna die. There is. Okay. I used to have a mindset about games, wanting to be as thorough as possible, but it's too much time investment. Yeah. See, it's just, especially with a game like this, where there is so much content to find, it's just, not only that, but also, it's not like I'm just playing my own time, because I'm also trying to stream it and record anything that I'm not streaming. So that makes it even more unrealistic to try and put that much time into it, because it's not like I can really just boot it up, you know, before work one day and then wherever I stop, because it's a whole ordeal. I have to get the stream going, and then I have to stop it and make sure everything's working correctly, and it's just extra time that needs to be spent anytime I want to play this game. So I need to stop worrying about completing it, finishing it, but not completing it. I need to just be okay with the fact that I'm probably going to miss some stuff in this playthrough. I just am. And that's okay, because there are like infinite amounts of resources online, you know, maps, and so on, that will show you where all of the stuff is. Yeah. Good. Not two of you. Not two of you. I don't want to deal with two of you. I don't want to deal with two of you. How can I not do this right now? How can I not do this right now? How can I get out of doing this? Okay. Double teamed. Got it. See, I do want to beat these guys though. I feel like this is my like rite of passage. This is my test to see if I'm prepared to enter the city. Maybe I should adjust my approach. If there's a way I can get up closer, I'll probably pull one to the side. Just like pull back over into the field or something. That might not be possible, but we're gonna see. But yeah, no, there's literally an interactive map on the wiki that will show you every single like item and boss and NPC and all of that stuff. So, with that in mind, I'm just gonna do whatever. Because then when I'm done with this, when I finally actually beat the game, credits roll, it's not like the open world is gonna stop existing. I can literally just go back and open up the map and find any of the stuff that I missed, because I do want to see everything, because I love Souls games so much that I don't want to miss out on anything. But that doesn't mean I have to find it right now, right this instant, first time through. I feel like that's a ridiculous expectation. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. I wonder. Can I get up here? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Hey, buddy. Can you get up here? I kinda doubt it. Can you even reach me with your weapon? Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, cheese found. Cheese discovered. I don't want to be, like, too cocky about it, because there's always the possibility that he totally can reach me. I don't know if he can, though. I don't know if he can. Oh, I stand corrected. Whoops. What? Hello? What just happened? Did he just gain all his health back, or was that the other one? I don't remember what my flask does. I need to stop letting my souls just sit there on the ground. Oh Jesus. This is not what I wanted. Oh my god. I feel so I feel so bad for Pugs. Just like imagine just like Imagine existence just being like constant. What are you staring at? What is this room? Oh, I see now. I see how this goes now. Uh-oh. 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 I had it. I literally could have used that to my advantage. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna focus this time. I'm gonna stop reading chat this time and I'm just gonna focus. Try to beat these guys. Sisyphus climbing a mountain. I'm afraid I'm not sure what you're referencing. I'm illiterate. I wish I could say that was an entirely a joke, but I read like a book a year, so it's like borderline true. I have spirit ashes. What does a spirit ash do? They've decided to wait for me this time, I guess. Alright, yeah. Draw the one out, not the other. That's what I want to do. Alright, and then I'm gonna... Okay. Well, at least I got her out. I think this is a healer. I'm pretty sure she's a healer. Oh my god. Come on. She's not doing anything. She didn't do anything. That's a garbage spirit. Maybe it'll be good if I upgraded it. She didn't do anything. I'm just gonna see how the mimic tier does. Also probably gonna intentionally bring the sentinel into that side, into one of those side paths this time. That way I don't have to deal with the other one walking down the stairs, hopefully. I hope that's how that works. I don't know. Clearly I don't know how aggro works in this game. Alright. One of you... Why can't just one of you? Why can't it just be one of you? Come on. Come on. Just you. Just you. Just you. Come over here. You don't worry about me. You don't worry about any of this. Alright? You mind your business. What? Come on. Mind your business over there. Oh my god. Can I throw the freezing mist down there while you're confused, please? Or just put it up here. That's fine too, I guess. This is... Yeah, come on. Come on. No, get up. Would you just get up here? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, why'd you do that? I could try running past them, but I feel like I must try to defeat them. I must overcome this challenge. Hey. Oh my god. I hate how delayed the attacks are in this game. It actually is the thing I've had the most trouble adjusting to. One attack. Come on. Oh my god. Being greedy pays off. Being greedy pays off. That's what I've learned from that fight. Just spam R1 and win. Hey dude. Just kind of like watch your friend get killed. Wasn't very knightly of you. This lag is pretty bad though, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's actually making miss time a few rolls and stuff. So, Definitely don't want that to be a thing for too long. Especially on any, like, main bosses. This guy has like a slightly unique moveset with the torch, which is interesting. I feel like I should kind of play this safe. Try to keep my distance a little bit. Oh my god. Being greedy pays off. Once again. Being greedy pays off. See, I shouldn't have just run past. I got actual rewards for that. Hereditary Great Shield. Oh, cool. Something I will not be able to use ever. Never mind, I should have just ran past. Weighty Great Shield forged of gold, carried by the Order of Tree Sentinels, heavily equipped knights. Blessed by an old incantation of protection, the living rampart of the Erd Tree, the Tree Sentinels are the standard to which all defenders of the Erd Tree aspire. Alright, well now I'm walking into the city with 0 healing flasks, so... you know... am I gonna be pelted with arrows when I walk in these doors? In Orlando. Perfect timing. So I was actually just about to say I'm probably gonna wrap this up as soon as I get to the next grace. Like I said, not the most massive stream. But I haven't played this in a while, just wanted to get the ball rolling again. Hey, is there not a seed here? Why is there not a seed? Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, see, I haven't played this game in so long that I was forgetting that this is a new Souls games where they don't have... if this was Dark Souls 1, like... I wouldn't have found another grace until halfway through this area. I forgot, like, oh yeah, they're actually pretty generous with it in this game. $58,000 to level up. Crazy. Did I leave my runes anywhere? Or do I have all my runes? I think I have all of them. Should I go for a level up? I feel like I have 57,000, it's 58,000. I should probably just go for one. But of what? I don't know. Was I going for more intelligence? Depends. Do I need more intelligence for anything? Not for this stuff. I want to say it was one of these that yeah, I have I think I need to upgrade this one more time for it to be better than this, basically. I think that's what I was waiting for. Because otherwise... Maybe it was this like twice more to be better. I don't know. Because right now this is still my best stat, which is the one that can't be upgraded. So I think I was trying to upgrade some of the other ones. So I don't need intelligence for that. I just need upgrade materials. So I should probably stick with mind, right? Mind and endurance are probably my two best bets for level ups. My health would be better, but I don't know how much better. Like what, going from 40 to 50, is that really gonna do that much? I doubt that would even give me one more hit in a boss fight. You know what I mean? Like at this point, I feel like I'm reaching of diminishing returns with health. I don't know what the actual soft cap is, but I have to be close to it. Intelligence is all good, yeah. Dex and strength, I'm not really concerned about. I'm pretty happy with this weapon. And the only time that I would actually go for upgrading strength or dex is if I found another weapon that specifically I wanted to use. So endurance and mind are the only ones, but endurance, I feel like I'm fine with my equip load, and I'm fine with my stamina for the most part. I feel like I probably just want to go for mind, because, you know, can't go wrong with more mana. More spellcasting is always good. What am I gonna have to use? I might not have to use any more. 58 and 53. Oh my god. It's always like just slightly short. Now I should be good. So let's level up mind. And we're just gonna focus on mind for a while, I think. We're just gonna get mind a lot higher than it is. I think that would be good for my build. Five golden seeds is crazy. With my spell slots, boost magic attacks, and boost damage negation. That's what I have on this. Okay, so boost magic attacks. So I definitely want to be using spells once I drink this flask. Right, okay. Cool. Well, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. Besides the chaos of this game, I like to throw that in there. I think it might just be the mic quality. That's all me. That's all me. Not, and by that I mean not like me, my voice, but like me setting up filters and stuff. Because I mean, I'm just working with like a regular old, literally kind of old USB mic. It's literally just a Blue Yeti. I don't know, maybe like an audio file would pick apart my audio, but I feel like I've done a very good job of tailoring it specifically to my room and my voice and making sure that it sounds as high quality as it possibly can. I've been looking into getting some new... Here, actually, I guess, yeah, before I end. I've been looking into getting some new audio equipment fairly soon. Not sure if I'm gonna go for it yet or when. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to. I just don't know when. But I'm looking into getting a new mic, and because of that new mic, also getting some other stuff that would be necessary for it. So here, let me pull this up. I also have the display capture set up, so I have like a little rounded edges, and it's behind all of the other stuff. So I feel like it's just a good, like, rather than literally just a display capture and nothing else, it like helps to kind of keep it in line with the rest of the theming if I'm not playing a game. If I'm playing a game, it would be extremely distracting, I think, but like when it's like this, I mean, come on. It's simply cuter this way. That just, it is how it is. So I'm looking into getting this. It is the Wave DX from Elgato. And the big difference between this and what I have now is that what I have now is a USB powered condenser microphone. And this is an XLR powered, or like an XLR interfacing, I don't know what word you would use, but an XLR microphone and a dynamic microphone. I don't know how to explain the difference between those if you don't know the difference, because honestly, I don't quite understand the difference entirely myself. All I really know is that XLR is an analog format rather than digital, and therefore kind of out of the box is a more quality, or you can get more quality out of it. And dynamic microphones, that's a bit easier to explain, is like, rather than a condenser, which has typically a kind of wider pattern for picking up noise, which makes it, like, condensers are known for being very clear and having a wide range of sounds they can pick up, which is great. But because a dynamic microphone is a bit more fine-tuned in the pattern and like the audio that it picks up, it to me, it would be better for streaming. Some people still prefer condensers, but for me, like, I always have a fan on and my computer's always making noise, and I have clicky clacky keyboard and mouse and stuff. So like, the fact that I could point this at my mouth and help mitigate some of those background noises without relying so much on like noise suppression, which, I mean, I've gone to lengths to make sure that the noise suppression that I have on does a minimal amount of degradation of the audio quality, because it does. If you overdo it, it absolutely degrades the audio quality, and I've tried my best to make sure it does that the least amount possible. But I would have to rely on that software side stuff even less if I were to use a dynamic mic. And I could just push the audio quality even higher. It would be very nice. Unfortunately, I couldn't just buy this and plug it in, because if I had this, I would also need an actual interface for it, because it's an XLR, which, an XLR cable is like these things, these big cables. So you need an actual interface to connect the analog XLR cable to the digital input of a computer, which is where something like this comes in. I don't know if this is the exact one I would get, but it probably is. It probably is. I know there are other XLR interfaces like on the market. There are many, and I'm sure some of them are cheaper than this, but I just know that this is the one that is built to integrate with the Elgato ecosystem. And because I already use Stream Decks, I just, for sort of ease of use, I feel like this is the one that I would want. And it's also one of the most simple ones I've seen, like literally just big knob. Whereas other ones are a bit more in-depth, and I don't really know if I would need all those features, to be honest. Like, this is really all I need. I'll definitely look into other XLR interface options, but this just kind of seems like one of the most standard, easy choices. And then I also want to get a new mic arm. My mic arm, it's not a great one. It's like $25 on Amazon. It's very cheaply made. It works, you know. It does in fact hold my microphone in place, but it's attached to the desk in a really weird way. A lot of the padding where it attaches to the desk is coming off. It is, to be frank, kind of ugly. You know, I'm due for an upgrade on the mic arm. And because this is an actual, like a well-made mic arm, it would also be big enough that I could set it up further away. That way it would be less intrusive, which would be nice. I would probably have it kind of off to the side, more like this, compared to like over the monitors. This would be, I don't know how people would do something like this. This seems insanely annoying. To have a giant plastic piece in front of your face, like splitting the view of the monitor, that seems insane. I would have it over the side like this, but point is, this is kind of what I'm going for. Soon. Sometime soon. And when I say soon, I don't know what that actually means. When I can, this is what I would like. Gooey Flow, I've like pretty much, I don't know, I feel like I've wrapped my head around most techie stuff, even in the aspect that I'm not super familiar with, because like I said, I'm not that familiar with audio equipment, but after like checking out some videos and stuff, I feel like I kind of understand what the deal is for the most part. Enough, I have like enough functional information. That's what I would call it. It's like I don't have enough to tell you why the things do what they do, or like the actual ins and outs, but like I know the general end result of these things. But yeah, that's really the only like stream side upgrade I'm looking for. I would like to get, man, I want to upgrade my PC so bad, but that's just so expensive. But like my CPU is getting kind of old, and when I can, I genuinely, like, I so badly want to get a new CPU. But in order to get a new CPU, because mine is so old, I would also need a new motherboard. And if I got a new motherboard, I would also need new RAM. So I'm looking at 3 separate upgrades. And also, if it's a new CPU, I don't know how the cooler would be that it comes with. Hopefully I could get a cooler with it, but I don't know if AMD CPUs still come with coolers or not. If they do, great. If they don't, I would also need a CPU cooler. So I think I kind of overbought what I needed in terms of power supply. So I wouldn't need a new power supply if I got a new CPU. I would still be fine in that department, but I would need a new motherboard and RAM and CPU all at once. for that to be able to work. So it's just an expensive, like, that's just, I would be looking at like, I don't know, like $600. $600 for a CPU upgrade is just, that's just a lot. Because the CPU itself would probably be like 250, 300. Motherboard is another 100 to 150. And then the RAM is like another 100 to 150. So, yikes. But we'll get there when we get there, I guess. But man, if I had a CPU upgrade, I really doubt I would be having as many stuttery problems as I currently have. That's the thing. I don't think I would be having those issues. So it is like, it is an actual worthwhile upgrade. It wouldn't be pointless. It would actually give me better performance, especially while streaming. So, but it is what it is. Hopefully I can get it at some point, but right now that's just not a thing that seems viable. How long have I actually been streaming for? An hour and a half? Yeah. See, I'm actually totally cool with just doing more streams like this. Like just hopping on, playing a game for a little bit, ending the session. I'm fine with that. You need to upgrade your stuff too. Oh, the stuttering on the stream shouldn't be bad at all right now. No, it's just in game because the resources are just being, I don't know. I guess it's just being overloaded in some way. Kind of surprised. I don't know why that would be the case, but it is. It certainly shouldn't be on the GPU side. So really all I can think is that my CPU is being overloaded. It is Elden Ring, but it has to be the CPU because I have a RTX 3070 in this thing. Like I do not have a poor graphics card. I do, like, poor performing graphics card. I have a decently well, not even decent, still a very good performing graphics card. So has to be CPU. See, I understand that it wasn't like super bad, but on one hand, I would like to prevent it from being anything, but even if it were just that, I wouldn't care. But it also affected my game. That's the main thing, is that I was also like, during those stutters, if I tried to input a roll, or if I, whatever I was trying to do, wasn't being detected. So in a game like Elden Ring, did not feel great. Even against the tree sentinels. So against like a bigger boss, I don't know. I'm gonna mess with some more stuff, see if I can get that to stop, I guess. I really hope I can, because that, like I said, I probably can't get an upgrade for a while, and if I have to deal with that because of some unknown reason that suddenly makes Elden Ring stutter when I have OBS open, that would be annoying. That would be very annoying. I mean, I would deal with it. Couldn't do anything else, but that would suck. So, yeah, Callisto, I agree. I don't know. I think I'm lucky because I don't care that much about AAA gaming. Like half the games I play are like pixel art and like old ported PS2 games and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of my main niche. But if you're into, like, you know, all the latest Call of Duties and all the super graphically demanding stuff that comes out, all of the, I don't know, anything Sony makes or anything like that, just oh my god, Celeste is so good. Celeste is so good. I need to play some more indie games. I really do. My current plan, although I want to get Elden Ring done, I also will admit that it gets a little old just streaming that. So I would like to break it up with some smaller games when I can. So I'm looking into some more indie games that I can play. Hopefully, like, you know, Elden Ring, small game, Elden Ring, small game, Elden Ring, small game. And then when I'm done with Elden Ring, kind of move a different big game into that slot. That way I always have like a big game and multiple small games going on. Callista, that's super valid. I did build this. I had a lot of fun with it. So much fun that when my friend wanted to build a PC, I literally helped him pick out all of the parts. And then once he bought it and they all arrived, I went to his house and was there for the entire evening helping him build that too. Of course, to help out a friend, but also because I literally just I find PC building like super fun. It's such a fun little hobby to get into. And once you do get into it, it's not as scary as you would imagine. Like, you would think it would be like super intimidating, but like once you actually have the parts and you know where they go and you know what you need to be careful with and all that kind of stuff, like it's not actually that scary. It's just it can be very relaxing, honestly, messing around with everything. It can also be stressful, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you spend a lot of money on this stuff and then you plug it all in, you think you have it all right, and then you turn it on and nothing happens. And there's that little moment where your heart stops beating and you're just like, did I just spend $15,000? Not $15,000. Did I just spend $1,500 on a brick? Did I just spend all this money on something that's not going to work? Is that what just happened? And then usually I spend like 20 minutes, figure it out, then it works. That's fine. But man, that initial reaction to something not working for some reason is just, it's a little terrifying. It's a little terrifying. I have not heard of Webbed. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to see what this is. Let's is it this game you're talking about? I'm assuming yes. Can I can't zoom in, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I know this is probably a little small being on like a 1440 monitor, but this is a very, very charming style of animation. This is just like spider parkour, spider platformer. That's actually, I'm gonna put this in my wish list because that actually looks very cute. Oh my god, the animations are actually so good. I can't believe I've never heard of this. Wow. Chilla's art. Yeah, I haven't played any of those. I've of course seen them on YouTube because I feel like so many streamers play those games. Like, what is it? Is it like Exit 8 and I can't remember the names of some of the other ones, but those games, they have a very interesting art style. Yeah, I might look into those at some point. As for the stuff that I have currently, Puppet Combo is so good. Again, a developer for which I've basically played, I don't know, maybe like a couple of their games, but like the vast majority of the games from them that I like are because I've watched someone stream them, which is really funny. Like, I love them to death, and I've almost entirely just watched their games. You can see some of the games I have like prepared here though. Like I've installed some of the games that I would like to get to soon. These are a lot of the big ones that I really, really would like to get to soon. Some of the bigger games on here, I don't know if I'm going to stream or not. Like Baldur's Gate, I would love to get into the series and play all 3 of them. However, it's Baldur's Gate, so it might be miserable to try to stream all of those. It might be miserable because it would definitely be more complex and longer than Elden Ring even if I tried to stream them. Oh, Fear and Hunger. Yeah, that's another one. I don't know if I want to stream that or if I just want to play it on my own, because it's kind of a game that you can kind of just sink into and play some runs of. I don't know why I have this in not started, because I have played it some. I should move it into here, because I have played some Fear and Hunger. But yeah, some of the ones I'm not sure if I actually want to play on stream. Baldur's Gate, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, most of the RPGs on here. Yakuza is a huge one where like I really want to play those games, but they're literally known for being massive and having tons of content in them, and I don't know if it would be worth it to stream, you know? But most of these other ones are games that I absolutely will stream. Bastion is in here because I want to play most of the, what is it called? Is it Supermassive? Is that the studio? Supergiant. Supermassive is a different studio. I want to play most of the Supergiant games, and I'm pretty sure I have most of them. I do. I literally have all of them. I would like to play Bastion and Transistor and Pyre and Hades because they just seem like games I would really enjoy. And then hopefully play Hades 2 when that eventually hits 1.0. Cruelty Squad, super into whatever this game got going on. Crusty ass, like 90s shooter, neon acid trip, like, oh, so into it. Crypt the Necrodancer, probably just gonna play that on my own. It just seems like a chill little game to play. Devil May Cry, I want to play all those on stream. Elder Scrolls, I don't know. I really want to check out some of the old Elder Scrolls games because I think it would be fascinating. But I don't know if that's a stream game or a myself game. I guess, to be honest, nothing's stopping me from like, okay, I'm gonna pitch an idea here, right? If there's a game that I'm not sure if I would like to stream the whole thing, would it be unacceptable sounds way too harsh. Would it be unappealing if I were to just do like 1 or 2 streams and then be like, all right, and that was the stream period for that game, and now it's going in my personal vault to play. Like, if I was just like, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do like 4 hours of Elder Scrolls, and we're like, we just expect it to be 4 hours of content, and then I'll just play on my own. And like, if I decide that it's a good stream game, I'll keep playing on a stream, but otherwise it's just a me game. You know, I feel like I would enjoy that, but I don't know how that would translate to stream content. I don't know if that would be frustrating to start a bunch of games and then just be like, okay, that's it. I'm going to keep playing them, but you don't get to see them anymore. I don't know. I guess as long as I sort of mark them as such, as long as I specifically say, like, this is going to be a one-off. Yeah, like a test run. Absolutely. Probably going to do that then. With a lot of these games that are really big, I'm going to see how fun they are to stream. And like, if the reaction is really good, or if I find them really fun to stream or anything like that, I'll probably keep going, but otherwise I'll just keep them to like short little demos. Final Fantasy, same thing goes for those. I don't even know what this is. It's just like a game that I found. It just looked really good, and it was free. So like, I just downloaded it, because why not? Looks like some kind of RPG Maker, a little quirky game. So I love those things. Hylix seems really interesting. I have to play that on stream because it seems incredibly cool. This is one I'm really excited to play. In fact, this might be the one that I play like upcoming. Like, this might be the next thing that I play, because I know that it's short. I know it's only like a few hours long. And I played its prequel, which is called Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk. And that game, I don't know if you've ever heard of either of these games, but the first one is literally like, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes long. It's like 20 to 30 minutes long, if that. Like, that might even be pushing it. But in those like 20 minutes, it manages to be something that I find so captivating, and it portrays such a sort of like charming yet oppressive surrealist world that is like just the world through the lens of, I think it's supposed to be portraying schizophrenia, although it could be like more generalized as well, just kind of alienation from the world. I think that's a good way to put it, is like, despite the specific subject matter, it presents a really interesting image of somebody who is alienated from society. And I'm saying this about a game that took me like 20 minutes to play, you know, and this is the sequel to that. So of course I'm going to be excited to play it, because it's the sequel and apparently is much longer and expands on all those concepts. So very, very interesting. And Off is a game that apparently is kind of in the same sphere as Yume Nikki in a way. And also a lot of those old RPG Maker titles. It kind of has, it kind of shares a lineage and a fan base with stuff like Undertale and Amori and those kind of games as well. So I'm just interested to see what it's all about, because it's kind of a cult classic. One Shot, of course, also is a cult classic. Don't know anything about this game. I genuinely have zero clue what this game is. Like, I don't even know what genre it is. I know what the camera angle looks like. Like, I know it's like a pixel art style and it's top down. I don't know what this game is. I've just seen this cat before. Yeah, you can see I have the first Resident Evil here too. Mental health games make me feel such a powerful emotion. Yeah, I think I really prefer and also really love when those kind of games are presented in a very surrealist way. I don't know why, that's just what speaks to me the most. I mean, I spoke a little bit earlier about Yume Nikki and how much I enjoy that game and how much it resonated with me, and that's kind of one of the things about it that does that. Is it, for all intents and purposes, that game is about like mental illness and mental health and all of these very complicated topics, but it does all of it without ever actually saying it. And it more just is the expressionist interpretation of those feelings, and something about that always just really really hits me. Like, if that stuff is always the kind of stuff that pulls me in the most and like leaves a lasting impact and resonates with me and truly like the stuff that I feel, the stuff that I really like dig the most. Which I think probably has something to do with my love for horror. Just that added aspect of, I mean, it's not everything, but I think it at least has something to do with it. That, like, that added aspect of weirdness and kind of the feeling that something is off and a bit unnerving is very appealing to me. I actually did stream Sekiro at one point. I don't know if you were around at that point in the channel's lifespan. It was a while ago. It was years ago. And I got a little bit through it. I don't even know if the VODs are still up anywhere. Genuinely don't remember. But I need to finish Sekiro at some point. I've never finished Sekiro, and I've never finished Bloodborne. I never finished Bloodborne because my PS4 is a dust collector at this point, and they need to hurry up and port that thing. Because I've wanted to play Bloodborne for years now, and I've still never gotten to play more than like a few hours of it. Okay. I was gonna stop the stream, like 20 minutes ago, and then I started yapping. So, sorry about that. I'm actually gonna go now. But like I said, I am actually super into the idea of just doing more small streams like that. More frequent, but smaller. It's better for me. When I try to do hours of streaming, it just burns me out a little bit, to be honest. Because it's usually after work. And so it's like, oh, come home from work and... It's like, whereas usually that would be the opportunity to kind of turn off. Like, I've exhausted all my energy, and okay, now I'm home. Now I can relax. It's like, oh, nope. Come home and immediately turn myself back, like turn the on switch back on. Start the stream. So, it is what it is. 10 out of 10 stream. You know what? You're a 10 out of 10 chatter. That's what that's what I have to say about that. 10 out of 10 chatter for a solid 6 out of 10 streamer. I'll give myself a 6.5. I'm not at a 7 yet. I'll get there. All right, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I will be back sometime soon to play some more Elden Ring and also some more of other games. Bye bye.